Chapter 2, Biological Classification. Aristotle was the earliest to attempt a more scientific basis for classification. He used simple morphological characters to classify plants into trees, shrubs, and herbs. He also divided animals into two groups, those which had red blood and those which had not. In Linnaeus' time, two kingdom system of classification with Plantae and Animalia kingdom was developed that included all the plants and animals respectively. Classification of organisms into plants and animals was easily done and was easy to understand, but a large number of organisms did not fall into either category. Hence, the two kingdom classification used for a long time was found inadequate. Besides gross morphology, a need was also felt for including other characteristics like cell structure, nature of wall, mode of nutrition, habitat, method of reproduction, evolutionary relationships, etc. R. H. Whitaker, 1969, proposed a five kingdom classification. The kingdoms defined by him were named Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. The main criteria for classification used by him include cell structure, body organization, mode of nutrition, reproduction, and phylogenetic relationships. The three-domain system has also been proposed that divides the kingdom Monera into two domains, leaving the remaining eukaryotic organisms in the third domain and thereby a sixth kingdom classification. This three-domain system was given by Carl Buys, which divides into three domains: Archaea, which includes kingdom Archaebacteria, bacteria, that is the domain number 2, which includes kingdom Monera, and third domain is Eukarya, which includes Protista, fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. Earlier classification systems included bacteria, blue-green algae, fungi, mosses, ferns, gymnosperms, and the angiosperms under plants. The character that defined and unified this whole kingdom was that all the organisms included had a cell wall in their cells. This placed together groups with widely differed characteristics. It brought together the prokaryotic bacteria and the blue-green algae with other groups which were eukaryotic. It is also grouped together unicellular organisms and the multicellular organisms. Say, for example, Chlamydomonas and Spirogyra were placed under algae. The classification did not differentiate between heterotrophic group and the autotrophic green plants, though they showed the characteristic difference in their cell wall composition. The fungi had chitin in their walls, while green plants had a cellulosic cell wall. All prokaryotic organisms were grouped together under the kingdom Monera, and the unicellular eukaryotic organisms were placed in kingdom Protista. Kingdom Protista had brought together Chlamydomonas, Chlorella, under earlier placed in algae within plants, and both having cell walls with Paramecium and Amoeba, which were placed in the animal kingdom which lacks cell wall. Hence, Chlamydomonas and Chlorella are placed in kingdom Protista. Over time, an attempt has been made to evolve a classification system which reflects not only the morphological, physiological, and reproductive similarities, but it is also phylogenetic, that is, based on evolutionary relationships. Kingdom Monera. Bacteria are the sole members of the kingdom Monera. They are almost abundant microorganisms. Bacteria occur almost everywhere. Hundreds of bacteria are present in a handful of soil. They also live in extreme habitats such as hot springs, deserts, snow, and deep oceans where very few other life forms can survive. Many of them can live in or on other organisms as parasites. Bacteria are grouped under four categories based on their shape: the spherical coccus, rod-shaped bacillus, comma-shaped vibrio, and the spiral spirillum. Though the bacterial structure is very simple, they are very complex in behavior. Compared to many other organisms, bacteria as a group are the most extensive metabolic diversity. Some of the bacteria are autotrophic, that is, they synthesize their own food from inorganic substances. They may be photosynthetic autotrophic or chemosynthetic autotrophic. Vast majority of bacteria are heterotrophs, that is, they depend on other organisms or on dead organic matter for food. Archaebacteria. Archaebacteria are special since they live in some of the most harsh habitats, such as extreme salty areas. The bacteria known are halophiles. Hot springs, the bacteria are thermoacidophiles, and the marshy areas, the bacteria are methanogens. Archaebacteria differ from other bacteria having a different cell wall structure, and this feature is responsible for their survival in extreme conditions. Methanogens are present in the gut of several ruminant animals such as cows and buffaloes, and they are responsible for the production of methane, biogas from the dung of these animals. Archaebacteria, which fix or produce methane from cellulose, are obligate anaerobes, that is, they are strictly anaerobic. O2 is poison to them. Eubacteria. There are thousands of different eubacteria or true bacteria. They are characterized by presence of a cell wall and, if motile, a flagellum. The cyanobacteria, also referred to as blue-green algae, have chlorophyll A similar to green plants and are photosynthetic autotrophs. The cyanobacteria are unicellular, colonial, or filamentous. Freshwater, marine water, or terrestrial algae. The colonies are generally surrounded by gelatinous sheath. Cyanobacteria form blooms in polluted water bodies. Some of cyanobacteria can fix atmospheric nitrogen in specialized cell called heterocyst, example nostoc and Anabaena. Chemosynthetic autotrophic bacteria oxidize various inorganic substances such as nitrates, nitrites, and ammonia and use the released energy for their ATP production. Chemosynthetic bacteria play a great role in recycling nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, iron, and sulfur. Heterotrophic bacteria are most abundant in nature. The majority are important decomposers. Many of them have a significant impact on human affairs. Heterotrophic bacteria are helpful in making curd from milk, production of antibiotics, fixing nitrogen in legume, roots, etc. Some are pathogens causing diseases to human beings, crops, farm animals, and pets. Chlorella, typhoid, tetanus, citrus canker are well-known diseases caused by different bacteria. Bacteria reproduce mainly by fission. Sometimes, under unfavorable conditions, they produce spores. They also reproduce by sort of sexual reproduction by adopting primitive type of DNA transfer from one bacterium to another, which is known as conjugation. The mycoplasma are organisms that completely lack a cell wall. They are the smallest living cells known and can survive without oxygen. Many mycoplasmas are pathogenic in animals and plants. Some extra points about kingdom Monera. Photosynthetic pigments of cyanobacteria are chlorophyll A, carotenes and xanthophyll. Cyanobacteria used for crop improvement program only because of their property of nitrogen fixation. Decay and decomposition of plant and animal dead bodies are caused by saprophytic bacteria and saprophytic fungi. Plasma membrane of bacteria is lipoproteinaceous. Large number of antibodies are produced by actinomycetase, a class of mycelial bacteria. Example, streptomycin is produced by Streptomyces griseus and chloromycetin is produced by Streptomyces venezuelae, which are different kinds of mycelial bacteria. Kingdom Protista. All single-celled eukaryotes are placed under Protista, but the boundaries of Kingdom Protista are not well defined. Chrysophytes, dinoflagellate, euglenoids, slime molds and protozoans are placed under Protista. Members of Protista are primarily aquatic. Protista forms a link with others dealing with plants, animals and fungi. Being eukaryotic, the protistan cell body contains a well-defined nucleus and the other membrane-bound organelles. Some have flagella and cilia. Protists reproduce asexually by cell fusion and sexually by zygote formation. Chrysophytes. Chrysophytes includes diatoms and golden algae. Golden algae are also known as desmids. Chrysophytes are found in fresh water as well as in marine environments. Chrysophytes are microscopic and float passively in water currents. Therefore, chrysophytes are plankton. Most of chrysophytes are photosynthetic. In diatoms, the cell walls form two thin overlapping shells which fit together as in a soap box. The walls are embedded with silica and thus the walls are indestructible. Thus, diatoms have left behind large amount of cell wall deposits in their habitat. This accumulation over billions of years is referred to as diatomaceous earth. Being gritty, the soil is used in polishing, filtration of oils and syrups. Diatoms are the chief producers in ocean. Dinoflagellates. These organisms are mostly marine and photosynthetic. Dinoflagellates appear yellow, green, brown, blue or red depending on the main pigments present in their cells. The cell wall of dinoflagellates have stiff cellulose plates on the outer surface. Most of the dinoflagellates have two flagella. One lies longitudinally and the other transversely in a furrow between the wall plates. Very often, red dinoflagellates, example Goni aulax, undergo such rapid multiplication that they make the sea appear red tides. Toxins released by such members may even kill other marine animals such as fishes. Euglenoids. Majority of euglenoids are freshwater organisms found in stagnant or steady water. Instead of cell wall, they have a protein-rich layer called pellicle which makes euglenoid body flexible. Euglenoids have two flagella, a short and a long one. Though euglenoids are photosynthetic in presence of sunlight, when deprived of sunlight, they behave like heterotrophs by predating on small organisms. Interestingly, the pigments of euglenoids are identical to those present in the plants. Example, euglena. Therefore, because of the pigment and the properties. Euglenoids are the connecting link between plants and animals. Euglenoids also show longitudinal binary fission. Slime molds. These molds are These slime molds are saprophytic protists. The body moves along decaying twigs and leaves engulfing organic material. Under suitable conditions, slime molds form an aggregation called plasmodium, which may grow and spread over several feet. During unfavorable conditions, plasmodium differentiates and forms fruiting bodies bearing spores at their tips. These spores possess true walls. They are extremely resistant and survive for many years. Then, under adverse conditions, the spores are dispersed by air currents. Protozoans. Protozoans are heterotrophs and live as predators or parasites. They are believed to be primitive relatives of animals. There are four major types of protozoans. First, amoeboid protozoans. These organisms live on freshwater, seawater, or moist soil. They move and capture their prey by putting out pseudopodia, false feet, as in amoeba. Many forms have silica on their surface. Some of them, such as entamoeba, are parasites. Amoeba show multiple fission and sporulation. Flagellated protozoans. The members of this group are either free-living or parasitic. They have flagella. The parasitic forms of flagellated protozoans cause diseases such as sleeping sickness. Flagellated protozoan example, trypanosoma. Ciliated protozoans. These are aquatic, actively moving organisms because of the presence of thousands of cilia. Ciliated protozoans have a cavity, gullet, that opens to the outside of the cell surface. The coordinated movement of the cilia causes water laden with food to be steered into the gullet. Example of ciliated protozoan, Paramecium. Paramecium shows transverse binary fission. Sporozoans. These includes diverse organisms that have an infectious spore-like stage in their life cycle. The most notorious is Plasmodium, malarial parasite which causes malaria. Malaria is a disease which has staggered effect on human population. Kingdom fungi. The fungi constitute a unique kingdom of heterotrophic organisms. Fungi show a great diversity in morphology and habitat. You must have seen fungi on a moist bread and rotten fruits. The common mushroom you eat and toadstools are also fungi. White spots seen on mustard leaves are due to a parasitic fungus known as albugo. Some unicellular fungi, example yeast, are used in making bread and beer. Other fungi cause diseases in plants and animals. Example, wheat rust, which is caused by Puccinia, is an important example. Some are the source of antibiotics. Example, penicillium. Fungi are cosmopolitan and occur in air, water, soil, and on animals and plants. Fungi prefer to grow in warm and humid places. We keep our food in refrigerator to prevent food from going bad due to bacterial or fungal infections. With the exception of yeast, which are unicellular, fungi are filamentous. Fungal bodies consist of long, slender, thread-like structure called hyphae. The network of hyphae is known as mycelium. Some hyphae are continuous tubes filled with multinucleated cytoplasm. These are called cenocytic hyphae. Others have septae or cross walls in the hyphae. The cell walls of fungi are composed of chitin and polysaccharide. Most fungi are heterotrophic and absorb soluble organic matter from dead substrates and hence are called saprophytes. Those that depend on living plants and animals are called parasites. Fungi can also live as symbionts in association with algae as lichens and with roots of higher plants of genus Glomus as mycorrhiza. Reproduction in fungi can take place by vegetative means by fragmentation, fission and budding. Asexual reproduction in fungi is by spores known as conidia, sporangiospores or zoospores. The sexual reproduction occur by oospores, ascospores and basidiospores. The various spores are produced in distinct structure called fruiting bodies. The sexual cycle involves the following three steps. First, plasmogamy, fusion of protoplasm. Second, karyogamy, fusion of two nuclei. And third is the meiosis, meiosis in zygote resulting in haploid spores. A haplophase mycelium converts into dikaryophase mycelium by plasmogamy. A dikaryophase mycelium converts into diplophase mycelium by karyogamy, and a diplophase mycelium converts into haplophase mycelium by meiosis. When a fungus reproduces sexually, two haploid hyphae of compatible mating types come together and fuse. In some fungi, the fusion of two haploid cells immediately results in diploid cells. However, in other fungi, Ascomycetes and Basidiomycetes, an intervening dikaryotic stage, that is N plus N, two nuclei per cell occurs. Such condition is known as dikaryon, and the phase is called dikaryophase of fungus occurring in Ascomycetes and Basidiomycetes, due to which Ascomycetes consists of one sac containing 8 spores and Basidiomycetes consists of one sac containing 4 basidiospores. Later, the parental nuclei fuse and the cells become diploid. The fungi form fruiting bodies in which reduction division occurs, leading to formation of haploid spores. The morphology of mycelium, mode of spore formation and fruiting bodies form the basis for the division of kingdom into various classes. Phycomycetes, also known as algal fungi. Members of Phycomycetes are found in aquatic habitats and on decaying wood in moist and damp places, or as obligate parasites on plants. The mycelium is aseptate and cynocytic. Asexual reproduction takes place by zoospores, which are motile, or by aplanospores, which are non-motile. These spores are endogenously produced in sporangium. A zygospore is formed by fusion of two gametes. These gametes are similar in morphology, isogamous or dissimilar, anisogamous or oogamous. Some common examples are Mucor, Rhizopus, the bread mold, and Albugo, the parasitic fungi on mustard. Ascomycetes, also known as sac fungi. The Ascomycetes are mostly multicellular, example Penicillium, or rarely unicellular, example yeast, Saccharomyces. The Ascomycetes are saprophytic, decomposers, parasitic, or coprophilous, growing on dung. Mycelium is branched and septate. The asexual spores are conidia, produced exogenously on the special mycelium called conidiophores. Conidia on germination produce mycelium. Sexual spores are called ascospores, which are produced endogenously in sac-like asci. The asci are arranged in different type of fruiting bodies called ascocarps. Some examples of Ascomycetes are Aspergillus, Claviceps, Neurospora, Penicillium, and yeast. Neurospora is used extensively in biochemical and genetic work. Many members of Ascomycetes like morels and truffles are edible and are considered delicacies. Basidiomycetes, commonly known as club fungi. Common forms of Basidiomycetes are mushrooms, bracket fungi, or puffballs. They grow in soil, on logs and tree stumps, and in living plant bodies as parasites. Example, rusts and smuts. The mycelium is branched and septate. The asexual spores are generally not found, but vegetative reproduction by fragmentation is common. The sex organs are absent, but plasmogamy is brought about by fusion of two vegetative or somatic cells of different strains or genotypes. The resultant structure is dikaryotic, which ultimately gives rise to basidium. Karyogamy and meiosis takes place in the basidium, producing four basidiospores. The basidiospores are exogenously produced on the basidium. The basidia are arranged in fruiting bodies called basidiocarps. Examples of Basidiomycetes are agaricus mushroom, Eustylago smut, and Puccinia rust fungus. Deuteromycetes, commonly known as imperfect fungi because only the asexual or vegetative phases of these fungi are known. When a fungi with sexual phases is known, it is placed into Ascomycetes or Basidiomycetes. The Deuteromycetes reproduce only by asexual spores known as conidia. The mycelium is septate and branched. Some members are saprophytes or parasites, while a large number of Deuteromycetes are decomposers of litter and help in mineral cycling. Examples of Deuteromycetes are Alternaria, Coleotrichum, and Trichoderma. Kingdom Plantae. Kingdom Plantae includes all eukaryotic chlorophyll-containing organisms commonly called plants. Kingdom Plantae includes algae, bryophyte, pteridophyte, gymnosperms, and angiosperms. Bladderwort and Venus flytrap are examples of insectivorous plants. Cascata is a parasite. Cell wall of Plantae is mainly made up of cellulose. The defining feature of plants is cellulosic cell wall. Life cycle of plants has two distinct phases, the diploid and the haploid, that alternate with each other. The lengths of haploid and diploid phases vary on plants. You will study further this in chapter number 3. Euglena is connecting link between plants and animals. Kingdom Animalia. Kingdom Animalia is characterized by heterotrophic eukaryotic organisms that are multicellular and their cells lack cell wall. They directly or indirectly depend on plants for food. They digest their food in an internal cavity and store food reserves as glycogen or fat. Plants store their food as starch. Animalia mode of nutrition is holozoic by ingestion of food. Viruses, viroids, prions, and lichens. In the 5 kingdom classification of Whitaker, there is no mention of lichen and some acellular organisms like viruses, viroids, and prions. These are briefly introduced here. The viruses are non-cellular organisms that are characterized by having an inert crystalline structure outside the living cell. Once they infect a cell, they take over the machinery of the host cell to replicate themselves, killing the host. The name virus was given by Pasteur. Tobacco mosaic disease was founded by D.J. Ivanovsky. Contagium vivum fluidum, that is, plants, virus infected plants of tobacco could cause infection in healthy plants and called the fluid as Contagium vivum fluidum by M. W. Beijernack. The crystallization of virus was done by W. M. Stanley. In addition to proteins, viruses also contain genetic material that could be either RNA or DNA. No virus contains both RNA and DNA. A virus is a nucleoprotein and the genetic material is infectious. In general, viruses that infect plants have single-stranded RNA and viruses that infect animals have single or double-stranded RNA or double-stranded DNA. Bacterial viruses or bacteriophages, viruses that infect the bacteria, are usually double-stranded DNA viruses. The protein coat called capsid, made of small subunit called capsomers, protect the nucleic acid. These capsomers are arranged in helical or polyhedral geometric forms. Viruses cause diseases like mumps, smallpox, herpes, and influenza. AIDS in humans is also caused by a virus, which is human immunodeficiency virus HIV. In plants, the symptoms can be mosaic formation, leaf rolling and curling, yellowing and vein clearing, dwarfing and stunted growth. Viroids. In 1971, T. O. Diener discovered a new infectious agent that was smaller than viruses and caused potato spindle tuber disease. It was found to be a free RNA. It lacked the protein coat that is found in viruses, hence the name viroid. The RNA of viroid was of low molecular weight. Prions. In modern medicine, certain infectious neurological diseases were found to be transmitted by an agent consisted of abnormally folded protein. The agent was similar in size to viruses. These agents were called prions. The most notable diseases caused by prions are bovine spongiform encephalopathy, commonly called mad cow disease in cattle, and was analogous variant C.R. Jacob disease (CJD) in humans. Lichens. Lichens are symbiotic associations, that is, mutualism of algae and fungi. The algal component is known as mycobient. The algal component consists of green alga or a cyanobacteria and a fungal component known as mycobient. The fungal component consists of Ascomycetes or Basidiomycetes, which are autotrophic and heterotrophic respectively. That is, algal component is autotrophic and fungal component is heterotrophic. Algae prepare food for fungi and fungi provide shelter and absorb mineral nutrients and water for its partner. So close association that if one saw a lichen in nature, one would never imagine that they had two different organisms within them. Lichens are good pollution indicators. They do not grow in polluted areas. Interferons, which prevent viral multiplication, are protein particles.